Yo, it's Guido coming at you with Tactics Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to this episode and yet another tank that I had less than 100 battles in and played this for a while. The Cromwell B, which is a really fun active tank. I think I've showed a T-57. I've showed me playing the Churchill 7, and now we're into a tank that's more my style, a faster tank. Hey, look, I can do any style. That's how good I am. All right, where are we? D-Day. We're going to come up here and we're going to see this little guy sitting here, and we're going to take a shot and hit the T-50-2. That's a pretty good initial spot right there. Be careful though, if you have bad camo or you're slow, you may come up into that bush when they are established with things like binocs, or they just have really good view range at higher tiers. And as soon as you poke up and over, despite the bush, they will see you and you will eat a shot in the face. But in that case, I was fast enough. View ranges are crummy enough. Down at this tier, I'm able to put another shot in the T-50-2. And he lives. Son of a gun. So the cool thing about the active tanks, and this one in particular, the Cromwell B, which is a tier 6 British medium tank, is the Berlin version. So a slightly worse Cromwell, although better in a couple aspects. Maybe even really the start of the OP premiums are better than regular tanks. Or maybe early in that trend was the Cromwell B. Well, I'm going to come up here. I've got this Leo. I bounce off him. Moving snapshots or moving shots are not really the Cromwell B's forte, but he ended up hitting, or I ended up hitting on that one. And this is all about active play. So we win and we push into this bowl. And now we're coming up around and behind these guys. The enemy team's already down a few tanks. They're poorly positioned. A couple of their better tanks are down on the pit down there. Our dopey Oni and E25 are sitting back in that general area. But our active tanks are all completely getting in their chili, and now their TDs are lit, their artillery's lit. Our T-50-2 just does a runner back into the back, and we start wrecking these guys. Unfortunately, I didn't really follow up. I was being a little more careful than I would have liked. But we've got them lit, and they're running around like chickens with their head cut off. So I'm going to take that opportunity to move in. There's another running shot that actually bounces, but it hit. The Leo's in trouble. Here comes the Pershing. Down goes the Leo. There's a Sioux and 2 artillery back here. I'd really like to avoid getting hit by the 122S. And this team is losing wholesale, but largely to just very active. There's a miss. When I need to start hitting, I miss. This guy's looking right at me. I'm just going to ram him for the kill. Why not? Not a very heavy tank, the Sioux 120 PM. He was probably waiting for a reload. You can see he was just trying to live long enough to get a shot off. Everything's a weapon. The terrain's a weapon. Your tank's a weapon. Your gun's a weapon. Use all that stuff to kill the enemy tanks. Push them off cliffs, ram them. Push them off edges. Push them to where they can't get a shot on you because of depression. All those things can be used as weapon. The trick with ramming is to make sure that you don't kill yourself, especially when the game is still on the line. There's a case where I just come right at him. I don't even care. I'm just gonna, I can take the hit. Almost go off the cliff. Enemy artillery. Yes, I'll aim in and get a shot. Here we go. Oh, the Uds got him. Their KB2 and T-69 went down onto the beach. Look, guys, the beach. Please stop going to the beach. If any of my subscribers and viewers, or even if you're just randomly here because you want to see the greatest Cromwell B game ever, which is not this one, by the way. If you are within range of my voice, stop going beach. I cannot say that more clear. See, now I've messed it up. I could not be more clear. Stop. For the love of all that is mechanical tanky. Do not go to the beach. If I need to, do I need to explain why? I feel like I do, because people keep doing it. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get destroyed by this guy's. Oh, not sure he was looking at me or looking at the guy behind me. 4 kills, only 1,455 damage, but a fun game, a good example of Cromwell B play. It is an active tank in the right situations on open maps like this. Much harder to do in some of the very much more channelized maps. Incredibly difficult to do down on the beach where you should not be. Use the mobility of these kinds of tanks, and they're fun. They really are. It can be fun to be a big slow plotting face puncher. It can also be fun to be this kind of tank. I prefer the more active, speedy tanks, although I will play all of them. But that was just kind of an enjoyable game. Was I, did I do 5,000 damage in Radley Walters? No, but I did enjoy myself. And a good example of the gameplay for the Cromwell B. I did get this one to 100. So it has been put back on its shelf. But it is one that I will consider playing more. Some of the others I get to 100, I'm probably going to put a padlock on them and never talk to them again. But there you go. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it, and we will see you.